Everybody, my name is Gerone Wright. I'm back here again with another video, and again I have an image up here of the Garden of Eden. Okay, the artist escapes me right now, but at this moment it doesn't really make a difference. But this image actually reminds me of that of Titian's um, image of the Garden of Eden. But again, it doesn't make no difference because all of them make the same reference. Now, the reason why I have this image back up, and as I showed you, just to point a couple things out, that this image is actually showing you how mankind was bridged over that of animal kind. And in my previous video of this, I showed you how there are encryptions of apes right here at the horse. Do I have one highlighted? Yeah, I have it highlighted here. Where right here you can see my markings in the mane of the horse right there. You can see I'm coming across the top of the head of the ape. There's the ape's eyebrows right there, eye socket, and coming across the top nose area of the ape, and finally the mouth area of the ape right there on the horse's back, and that completes a complete head of a horse. Now I'm going to take this away and show you how difficult that is to see just looking at it on face there. But now that I showed you, there's an ape. It references how these creatures were bridged over. And then on Adam here in the image, you see that Adam, that stone that Adam is sitting on, is actually the head of that of a leopard. And there's the leopard paw coming out of the ground. And there's more to this image that's over here that's readable, that tells you what was happening and the bridging over point and what was going on. Again, if you look at this is a leopard's paw right there coming out of the ground, and then Adam is actually sitting on, in this image, on the leopard's head, showing you that there was a bridging over. And there's the lion's body. Shows you that it's actually pretty much death and resurrection that they talk about. This tree over here is representing the reptilian tree of life that no one absolutely knew nothing about until I actually brought that to the forefront. Okay, and this tree over here is representing that of our apes ancestor. Again, these bridging overs, it shows the creatures that were utilized. Here you see in the trunk of this tree, you can actually see like a deer, right there in the eye, showing you that the deer is actually biting on the apple as well with Adam. I don't know if I have it highlighted there, but the deer's mouth comes almost completely down here to the apple, Adam's hand here. And another thing that you can look at is look out Adam's hand. It shows you what was taken out, what was given, and what was taken out. If you look at his hand, you see a mutated face of a creature right there. Now, another thing that they make reference of is these birds. The birds are in these encryptions as well too. Like down here they have the turkey. Okay, now check this out, and you see how these creatures were bridged over. In the little ape species, you see all of that stuff there if you pay attention to what's going on here. But I just want to show you the highlight of this face here that I don't know if you can. Let me take a look at it so I can. Oh, here you go, right here. You have to look at it in this sense. But look at the face there. Look, oh, there you go. Look how the bird and the turkey. Look at this. Take a close look at that, people. And I'm going to turn it up so you can actually see it there. Looky here, looky here. Now this is highlighted. Now this is a chin. There's the mouth. There's the oh gosh, what can I forget what I could call that, but it shows you the mutation from the ape, the horse, and all of these genes. The turkey, the bird, and all that, and look at the eye. It reminds me of the superhero, the ones with the wings coming out of the cheeks and all that. I forget their name right now, but look at the face of this guy right here. People, this stuff was all real. These were mutated creatures created from a genetic cocktail. There's the eye, there's the nose, and look at this. It shows you from a chemistry, the creature, this mutation, this gene that was created. And this is how they actually showed it back then. Look at that right there in the corner. And this is a popular image that you can Google and check out. Now, if you turn it the other way, it even shows you, look at this. look at the eye right there, and it shows you mutations off the horse, off the ape, and what was being created. And this picture can be read, this painting can be read every direction. Now, why am I back at this image? Because I have several videos on the Garden of Eden and all of that. Alright, I'm going to reveal to you another secret about the Garden of Eden that I hadn't previously said, and that's the reason why I have this image up. And I'm going to show you something on how this image is almost the same as that about Botticelli's Primavera. I'm going to show you something and make a good point about what's going on here. Just as you see Eve supposedly touching the forbidden fruit, you see this guy here, this character who I don't know who Botticelli is referencing, how he is taking the fruit. I'm going to give you an example of what is going on here and what is actually being stated. Okay, now, because the creatures that they're referencing are actually highlighted. Now, encrypted. First of all, this is gonna be something for you to digest right from the door. The Garden of Eden is not the initial creation of man. This is not the reference of the initial creation of man. This is the first time that you ever heard that. Take that, digest that for a minute, because I'm going to tell you what this is all about. Well, not all about. I'm just going to give you another clue as to what is being said here. It is the creation of man and woman. But you know what? Not every man and woman. If you are Asian on back, if you're black, no, this is not you. You know what this is a reference of? Any people of color, any people, if you're not white, this is not you. The Garden of Eden is not a reference of your creation. This is solely the Garden of Eden. That story, that place, that everything is just a creation of just Caucasian people. I don't like saying the term white and black and all. Sometimes I actually use it and all. But the likeness of these individuals, this reference is a blueprint of how they got their image. That's it. This reference of the Garden of Eden throughout history, throughout ancient texts, is just referencing that of the creation of the Caucasian people. That's it. First time you ever heard that. First time you ever heard that. This is a blueprint, as in every other painting, Renaissance on back. I don't care if it's a catacomb image, I don't care what it is, from the 2nd century, 3rd century, 4th century, 5th century, 6th century, to current. There's only references of how our Caucasian counterparts evolved from a point in which mankind likenesses of our ape ancestor and black man was already created. This is more so, if you wanna go there with me, this is more so a slap in the face to all other mankind's that was created beforehand, because this is stating that mankind was not considered mankind until these images appeared. That's what this is stating. Well, it might have not said it then, but they're stating through this image that mankind was not created until then. Now, we all agree on that. But there are likenesses of mankind, which is already in here, i.e. meaning ape and black man, which were before these likenesses. So they're telling you that it was not considered, mankind was not considered to be created until these versions of them emerged. The Garden of Eden references how in every image, in every record, I don't care if it's ancient text, I don't care if it's ancient biblical text, it all references the same thing. How these likenesses came from the ape, the blacker versions, the blackest versions of mankind, till the lighter versions of mankind, and then subsequently to this. This record is a slap in the face to everything that was created throughout mankind's history. This is what this is about. Now, I done showed you, I'm not going to go into detail about all of the versions and all of that, what's going on here, but you can see the reptilian face there. There's a chin, there's a lip, there's a nose, there's an eye there. It shows you how these likenesses emerged from the reptilian tree of life being bridged over that of the founding stone of that of our ape ancestors, which we all, it's a recyclination, because we came from there first, the first evolution of mankind. The genes of mankind was created over here, and in periodic moments, these genes can be ran back into each other. I mean, these genetics can be reintroduced into another, collide again, back with each other. Okay, so this is what this is all about. Now, Primavera. This image. Now I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, and it's amazing that these people knew about it all the time. Now look at this. I'm going to call your attention to the female figure in the middle with the angel. Now check this out now, people. I'm going to take me a sip of coffee right quick. You see this figure right here in the middle? She has a halo created almost over her. You see the angel laying across? Angelic. And look, they have, I mean, this is Primavera now, people. Botticelli. Again, we're back in a Garden of Eden setting, and it's showing you that mankind is now back taking the forbidden fruit, not using his hand as with how Eve was doing it, but it shows you that he has a branch, like a scepter in his hand, because now he has a chemistry to where mankind can reach into that forbidden fruit based on him being bridged over here. And I'm going to show you what that is. But first of all, this woman, let's go to this woman, because this is very impressive. You see that angel there? This is referencing a divine intervention now. The angel has his arrow pointed there. This woman is bridged over the dark side, referencing the original genes. And it shows you what's going on here. Now check this out. The dark woods. This is our ancient genetics, our ancient ancestor. Alright? Ape, African, all of that. You know what I mean? These dark genetics showing you that there was a separation. Okay? Now check this out. You see the female there? Now this is what these halobes mean. You see this halobe like aroma right here created over her? She's been bridged over, new gene created. Now check this out. The gene taken off, separated here. Everything, this chemistry from here, now shot over with a new gene to here. Now watch this. Look how the jungle represents that of our African natives. A black king and a black queen. Look right here. You see that? That familiar face? Them headdresses. Look at yourself as that black queen with the headdress on. Look at this now, people. Look at this. I'm over top of the head where the hair would be. The eye would be right here. There's a nostril. And there's the lips. Now look at the mouth open and on to her. Look at that. And this is underneath the chin and the neck. This is the face of an African queen. Look at this right there. That's the face of an African queen. This image can only be realized pretty much. I'm going to bring up a larger resolution, but you can only realize and almost in this resolution of size right there, the face. Now, where there is a black queen, there is a black king. Look at her hand coming in. There's the king's lips, there's his chin, there's his nose, there's his eye, and look, there's his forehead right here. And this creates, it tells you that she was reintroduced to these genetics, a cocktail of chemistry, and they were sent here. So what was sent here? Look in, let me take you, I have to go to the larger picture now, I would imagine. I'm going to take you to the larger picture right quick and show you how these genes, oh, I have it there. I'll take you to the larger picture, but let me show you, because I can actually zoom in, I guess, and then zoom back out. Notice that these two women seemingly look pregnant. Represents children, again, reintroduced genetically, bridged over, the lighter version of that of black man, because this female here, this female is still considered to be that of black origins. Right there, this woman right here. You know how we know that? Because if you look closely at the image, in her ass, that's right, her ass, I highlighted the image of the ape for you. Look at the eye, the nostril area, and then the mouth. I'm going to bring up a larger image. Now, if you look at this image, it's taken from here, and then it shows you how it was there, and to finally, subsequently, this boy, and he was reintroduced to that, showing that his sword, his black sword, splicing, and now he's reaching back into the tree of life, the forbidden fruit, and he's changing the genes again. So this is equivalent to the original message and behind the genetic manipulation of that of the Garden of Eden. Look at these images, people. An African queen and an African king. And this image can be read the same way that the Garden of Eden is. This image is telling you what occurred in the Garden of Eden and what genes were created. And Botticelli is telling you in his painting that after the Garden of Eden was reopened and re-entered, and these genes were created. All for our white counterparts. This has nothing to do with anybody black, of color, Asian, or anything. This is just a reference of that, the creation of, well, this is just the creation of white men, or Caucasian counterparts. That's it. I have proof of it. It's conclusive, and it's an open and shut case. Each and every Renaissance artist is stating the same exact thing, and understanding this, anything in ancient texts that you read comes the same understanding. Now, I said I was going to bring that back up. I'm going to bring you that ape up and this woman's ass and Botticelli's, because when you Google this image and go to turning it and looking, you will see that as what I'm showing you now. In her ass, this is the bottom fat chin area of the ape. You will see the lip line coming up through her ass cheek right there where her ass line should be. Okay, over top of the ape's nose, and I'm upside down here, and I believe that this is the left eye, and the right eye is over here, and these are nostrils right there. And you will see a transparent image of this woman's ass, of that of an ape. You know, you ever heard of a fat? Well, you know, fat asses are that with the associated with that of our African women. You know that, right? Well, this is what this is actually stating right here. That this woman is with those genes, mostly of that of our ape ancestor. And now she's being bridged over, just like this woman was being bridged over. It's a reintroduction of genetic bridging. and to finally the genes of that of our ape African ancestors worked out to where now we have the white dominating gene, and this is how we got from our darkest of colors to that of our whitest of colors in skin pigmentations. And there is a record. I always like to say that such a process on such a mass scale requires that of a mass record, a record that must be kept so that there is no undoing this. Globally, people that know how to read this know which genes that they are, which people that they should encounter and which people that they should not encounter. They know what to look for. Genetically, they have a blueprint of where to go, and this is what's going on with the kings and queens and the Vatican, and this is why all of this stuff is happening, people. These cauldron-like cocktails. These people are making new genes off of chemistries that were already created. I'm seeing it. Reference. Look at the music industry today. Look at what is being stated in some of these videos today. You're seeing a lot of things referencing with skulls, with blood. You look at this. Different movies that I'm seeing. I can read into this the same way because they have the same messages as of this. I did a video here of Jack the Giant Slayer. I see it in The Hobbit. A lot of these music videos, rap videos, a lot of rock videos, they are telling the story of these genes. And you look at a lot of collaborations with these white and black artists, they're stating the same exact thing. And you're probably saying, wow. I mean, I can read the messages behind it all. I can take what's going on today on our TV, in our books, and in Hollywood, in our blockbuster movies, and show you how it precisely fits with the message that's being said here. And I mean, it doesn't miss a beat. From beginning to end. A 10 or 15 minute music video has all of these messages in there. And look at the music today. Look at everything on how bizarre that is becoming. Look at the TV shows, people. A lot of the TV shows have nothing to do with reality in the sense of where we're at. A lot of it has stuff to do with paranormal occurrences, bloodletting, creation, death, meaning with the skulls and all of this. And I mean, people look at it with black wings emerging from the back, white wings emerging from the back. A lot of stuff that takes your mind in places that is actually reminiscent of everything that happened in the Gothic-like era. Think about it. Even with that of Disney, with cartoons and everything. Look at it in that sense, people, and you can understand it. And I can show you the message behind most of those things that I've just described. And they all reference an ancient rooted chemistry that calls for genetic altering of that of mankind. When you Google this image, look at her belly here. Eye, nose area of the ape, top lip area here, and bottom lip right there. This shows you these genes where babies were created. The babies bridged over. That's what this is all saying. Look, this woman, look, we're bridged over her. Shows you the path of these genes. Bridged from here. Shows you what genes were bridged over, what continent they were bridged over, and the results. And to subsequently, the new bloodline created here, blood and semen, is now over here. And now this guy is going back into the tree of life, the forbidden fruit, and it shows you that he's using a chemistry, a sticker-like, a bridging tool, which I know what it is genetically, and now he can go into that tree and taste the forbidden fruit to go on to continue this. And this is going on today. It's a continuation from this. Now, almost like a story, a serial story that you see on video soap operas. This boy's story, these genes created here by Botticelli. Now this is a famous artist now, famous on painting. This story can be picked up in paintings and continued. So what Botticelli said happened here can be picked up from here. Just like I can take this back to the Garden of Eden, which I did. What's missing, and the reason why you don't understand it, is because they're stating that the Garden of Eden was the creation of all mankind. It was not. The Garden of Eden is only a reference of that of the creation of our Caucasian kind. They erased the history that was back, that goes to the creation of black mankind, African mankind, Egyptian mankind, and all of the continent of Africa and Asia and all of that. That's what's missing from this image. It's only referencing these creations, but they references the creatures that calls for their likeness. And this is where this is self-describable and explained. By putting the ape there, the story is a shorter version and conclusion of the story, because we know that from ape, which is here, all mankind emerged. So everything that happened between here, which was ape, African, the blackest of African, and then Egyptian, and all of that, the continent of Africa, that changed, and through our Asian world, is stating now that through all of those changes and bridges, now we have Adam and Eve. This is a shorter version. So this is not a reference of everything. Now, through my paranormal experience and encounter, people, I'm going to end this video very shortly here, only in half an hour. It's going to be a short video. I can tell you how ape was created. I can tell you how black man was created. And I can fill in the gaps of what happened before this. Before there was the Garden of Eden. In fact, that's what I'm going to name this video. Before there was the Garden of Eden. Well, no, I can't do that, because before there was the Garden of Eden, I would have to actually have a video for that. So I can't do that here. I'm going to have to become creative with the Garden of Eden. I've just put the Garden of Eden only references that of the creation of our Caucasian mankind, or white mankind. I'll come up with something. But on that note, my name is Gerone Wright. You're watching my Geronification channel, and the purpose for this video is that I am clearly stating that the Garden of Eden only references the creation of our white counterparts, Caucasian counterparts, and that's it. Everybody else, if you're of color, if you're not considered to be white, the Garden of Eden is not a reference of you. Digest that, because it's the truth, and I can prove it not just through just these images and paintings. I can do it through your ancient texts and everything, because knowing that truth, you know the truth to everything that is around you. So if you're not this color, if you're not considered to be genetically what's referenced here, then this is not you. Thank you for watching my video, and I hope that you share this with other people. And again, we are, as far as I'm concerned, this is not no reference of anything with me being prejudiced or whatever that, because like I said, I'm with everybody. I don't care whether you're white, you're black. I don't care what you are. It doesn't matter to me. What does matter to me is the truth. Thank you.